Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Welcome back to Unfiltered. Remember the left's summer of love and the protests in 2020? Yeah, well, an estimated 25 Americans died as a result of the unrest in the summer of love. But according to a leaked memo, DHS is on high alert for extremist violence from both sides, following a possible Supreme Court ruling that could overturn Roe v. Wade. And yet, it's always the left endorsing protests and intimidation.
Are you comfortable with the protests that we saw outside the homes of Supreme Court justices over the weekend?
If protests are peaceful, yes.
We have a right. Dismembering 3,000 children. We've heard enough from the extremists, and we're tired of it.
So look, the president is clear on this question. He believes the right to peacefully protest in this country is fundamental. It seems like to us, it is very one-sided on what we call out as intimidation or as violence.
Joining me now is Colorado Congresswoman.
Okay, well, this is about to be a good one because I would like to hear about how y'all feel about the peaceful protest versus what do y'all consider a peaceful protest? I really want to know that, because then I can dive heavy into it and feel like I'm comfortable enough to even discuss it. Right now, I'm not really comfortable enough to even discuss it, but once I hear more, we'll see. All right.
Lauren Boebert. Congresswoman, thanks for joining us. You know, the side that always seems to protest and intimidate their political opponents, you know, the left, they never seem to be the target. Did you notice this, Congresswoman, of these federal investigations? It's always a conservative. Why do you think that is?
Dan, there's a hypocrisy that we've been seeing for quite some time, especially with the Summer of Love riots, when small businesses were shut down and our children were kept out of school. And many of our police officers were being injured and even killed, innocent civilians being killed, businesses burned down. Democrats had nothing, no condemning words to say to them, and in fact encouraged it. And we have the now vice president who bailed them out of jail to get them back on the streets quicker. Now we are having people go outside of the Supreme Court justices' homes and protest. This is
okay. Question before she continues, before this lady who got a nice face continues. She has a nice face. So I'm guessing, like, when all of the Black Lives Matter protests, they're considering those to be violent protests because businesses had windows broken out of them and fires were started, or something was turned over, or maybe a statue was turned over. Those are what you consider violent. So are we considering all protests that happen that way? Not only like Black Lives Matter, but even protests that happen from people from the right. I don't know if there's been many, but I know that there's been some. I know that there's been some. As a matter of fact, a violent protest like what happened on January 6th. Is that one? Because people was hurt. People were killed in that. So was that a violent protest, or was that a non-violent protest? Because I know that at that time, it seemed like the right was protecting that protest and not wanting to shed too much of a too much darkness or vitriol on that. So that's what I want to hear more of, because unless that was just completely different, again, I'm not in a position to even speak comfortably on this. So if you have something to add to this and you want to give me some information, hey, man, put those in the comments, guys. And thank you.
The Supreme Court justices' homes and protests. This is absolutely unheard of. But, you know, I wish I could say that I'm shocked, but this is nothing new for the Democrats. Whether it was the Democrats in the 60s who were forcing people of color to the back of the bus, or the Democrats of the 1800s who fought a war to keep slavery. Democrats always respond in violence, and when they're told they are no longer allowed to continue killing or oppressing a certain group of people, well, then they lose it. Don't forget, Margaret Sanger, the founder of Planned Parenthood, was a devout racist who supported eugenics and spoke at KKK rallies.
What? You said she was a devout racist? The lady who started Planned Parenthood? The lady that helped young ladies from all over the world make second decisions? I guess she invented the Plan B pill, essentially. This whole thing is wild.
Racist who who supported eugenics and spoke at KKK rallies. Are we really surprised that those who are comfortable with the fact that America has exterminated 63 million babies since 1973 support violence? I can't think of anything more violent than killing tens of millions of God's precious children. And look, we know how Biden and Kamala will respond. They'll continue to bail them out who commit this violence. And conservatives believe in rights for preborn children. I believe life is sacred, and I am unapologetic about this. Democrats believe in death and violence, and the DHS is warning us we could see a lot more this summer.
Congresswoman, speaking of violence in the womb, there was an abortion hearing up on Capitol Hill this week, and there were some absolutely absurd, ridiculous statements that came out up on the Hill. Take a listen to this. Here was I
just want to say, man, y'all get on my nerves, bro. y'all make sure that I'm gonna stay up to date on some things. Y'all like, man, look, we got another one for you, and it's the news. So y'all got me in here watching the news. Like, if you're not going to watch it during your free time, then we're going to make sure you watch it. And not only are you going to watch it, but you're going to watch it, you're going to pay enough attention so that you can be able to understand enough so you can give us some dialogue on it. Just to confirm that you're listening. You're listening? Are you listening, bruh? I'm talking to myself. Something wrong with me, but you know what I mean? It is what it is. Something wrong with all of us, for real. But something's right with all of us. All right. All right.
Statements that came out up on the Hill. Take a listen to this. Here was a pro-abortion activist was asked a question about if men can get pregnant. Take a listen.
What?
What do you say a woman is?
I believe that everyone can identify for themselves.
Okay. Do you believe then that men can become pregnant and have abortions?
Yes.
What? What type of daggone pills was they passing around? They must have had a party. Yeah. Delusional drugs. Everybody take one. All right, now you take one. We're delusional. Yeah. That makes absolutely no sense, but it might be a delusional drug out there. That's ridiculous. Young lady, I bet you're intelligent. I bet you went to college. I bet you even got good grades. Why would you even say that? Why would you even say that? If a person was not a girl when they were younger, if she wasn't born a girl, if a person was not born a girl, they ain't having no babies, son. Ain't happening. It's that simple. Were you born a girl? No. Then you can't have no babies. Ain't even possible. Nope. No. Not happening. It's that simple. Why would you even say yes? No, people are not what they identify as. I identify as a rich white man. I'm still a broke black man.
And have abortions?
Yes.
You know,
Yes.
Congresswoman, you and I
Yes.
both know when Bill Clinton was running for his first term, when he was debating George W. Bush and Ross Perot, if he was asked this question on stage, can men get pregnant? This goes to show you how crazy the Democrat Party is. He would have looked at like, is that a trick? Like, are you guys kidding? Like, is this a joke? Right? And now this is
Absolutely.
a mainstream position on the left. Your thoughts on this craziness?
Well, Dan, the clowns are now running the circus. It's plain and simple. And, you know, it's really frustrating because suddenly now that men can get pregnant, we have a baby formula shortage. So I would really like to going back to the days that men could not get pregnant so we could feed the babies in America. But look, leave it to the philosophy major testifying before Congress on abortion to declare that, yes, men can have babies.
Wow.
No, they can't. And anyone who says that men, biological men, can have babies is a lying dog-faced pony soldier. I think Congressman Dan Bishop did.
She said, whoever claims that a biological man can have a baby, they are a lying dog-faced ponytail girl. What the hell? A lying dog face ponytail girl. You're a lying dog. And she said it's so cool, like she's been saying it all her life. Whatever. You just a lying dog face ponytail girl. You better get the hell out of my face. You say what? You just a lying dog face ponytail girl. You better get the hell out of my face. What? You know what you are? You a lying dog tail ponytail. A lying dog face. Okay, that was just a good one. I like that.
Men can have babies is a lying dog face ponytail girl. I think Congressman Dan Bishop did a wonderful job at really pinning her down in this line of questioning and getting this out. It was just baffling to watch the entire line take place, but he did a fantastic job just drawing out what the ideology really is of these leftists. But in all seriousness, Democrats are disconnected from reality. They think men can get pregnant and have babies, and that women's sports should include men. And they say that the border is closed and that inflation is a good thing. And their solution to the formula crisis is to give the FDA, who is partially responsible for the shortage, a freaking raise. These
More
are
money,
just some of the reasons why. That's exactly right. And we've already given them.
Give them more money for what? What are they going to do with that money? What is that? Okay. What? What are they going to do with that money?
$1 billion in bailouts and then another $100 million in bailouts. And now they need another $28 million. This past week in Congress, we had a complete show vote. And I'm tired of Nancy Pelosi con games where bills are titled one way, but they do something that don't actually solve the problem. If the bills that we voted on in Congress actually match their titles, I would probably vote yes a heck of a lot more.
Well, they'd all be called the same thing, the bills. They'd be called pissing away America's money bill. Congresswoman, you don't have to comment on it. Thanks for your time. Really appreciate it.
Wow. Wow. You are a lying dog face ponytail girl. Hey, man, I want to hear what y'all got to say about this in the comments below. If you have yet to hit that subscribe button, please make sure you do so on your way out the door. Once again, guys, my name is Van, and now we are all the LFR family, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video, hopefully inside the Patreon as well. Also inside of the Discord, y'all been hopping in there, and inside of the LFR family live Facebook group as well. So that's pretty much it. Y'all have been amazing. Love y'all. Bye.